Greetings, Twin Flames. This is Lucid of Twin Flame RX, and I'm here for a post-full moon reading on Friday, June 29th. So yesterday was the full moon in Capricorn that brought a lot of energy in, and I feel that this energy helped to stir up a lot of emotions, and they're still flowing. So if you are releasing emotions during this time, that makes sense. Again, this is Lucid of Twin Flame RX, and I'm here to give you a full moon reading for all Twin Flames and those on this divine love journey. So we're going to start with an affirmation, and then we'll do a reading with tarot and oracle cards that I selected after some prayer and meditation. But I want to remind you that you can find me on my website, twinflamerx.com, or on Instant Go or Bitwine or Kasamba. On all three platforms, you can type in Lucida in the search and you should be able to find me, or Twin Flame RX or Twin Flame 911. Those are all taglines and ways that you can find me on those sites. But basically, I'm a reader and healer and been having this channel around since 11/11/2016. So I'm on the path with you toward union, full harmonious union with my twin in the 3D. So basically the last couple of months it's been hard communicating with my beloved. So we haven't really been too much in the 3D, but like all of you, I know that one day soon we will be in harmonious union. So it's been a push and pull. So I totally understand the dynamic and would love to help you with a reading or healing anytime. I do different kinds of healing, Reiki, infinity, and work with the angels to remove your blocks. So let's get started here. This is the affirmation from Doreen Virtue's Angel Affirmation calendar. It says, "Our inner worlds are at peace and shine upon our outer world." So while I was pulling cards, I was meditating on the 5D and 3D, or higher dimensional, higher selves and 3D selves of both the masculine, feminine, and the union. And so I look at those aspects of what is going on in the higher dimensions, because that information or that energy is going to trickle down into this third dimension eventually. So if there is no energy in the higher realms for a spiritual connection for the two of you, then you will not really see a manifestation in the 3D. But if there is energy that we can pick up in the 5D and above, or even the 4D and above, then that energy is going to push your beloved and you together. So that's what I focus on, is looking at that higher dimensional energy, because I'm an energy reader and healer. I'm using the cards because I'm a direct channel from Source. So asking Source, God, Source, the universe, to bring us the messages that we most need to understand through this full moon. So what I'm going to do is pick a card for how the Divine Masculine was. Let's do how they were in the 3D, like what their attitude was in the 3D toward you in the union, or your attitude if you're the Divine Masculine. We'll start with that. Before the full moon and now the aftermath of the full moon, because this is a pretty powerful strawberry full moon. It was really bright. I believe it was a super moon. It had a lot of energy. A lot of clients have been telling me that they've been feeling drained, or they've been purging a lot. And for me, I didn't purge a lot because I think I'm all purged out. But regarding my twin, that I did clean my closet. So that was a purge of things that, no longer serve me. And you should think about doing that as well, just for your own well-being. And making space for your twin will free up some, that'll allow them to come forward toward you. General energy is, wow, King of Wands energy. So all twins, this is for you. And if there's parts that do not resonate, leave those behind, but take the parts that do from this reading. So the overall energy here is this unicorn energy, and interestingly, I have a unicorn band-aid on. So we have this King of Wands moving toward the fire, so being very passionate and fired up. That's how you are feeling, your beloved might be feeling this, or this is new energy that's going to come in because the full moon cleared away energies that we're no longer serving. We're going to start off with pulling a before and an after for the Divine Masculine, and before and after full moon for the Divine Feminine, before and after for the Union. All right, so as far as the masculine goes, the before, so this is interesting, this wheel and completion. It's the Four of Wands, which is in other decks, the 1111 card or the Union card. So the Divine Masculine has been completing something. A karmic cycle is what I'm picking up, and this is what I picked up in the weekly reading as well, that there was a completion with the World card coming up in that reading, as well as new beginnings and transformations for the Divine Masculine. So they're completing a cycle, leaving behind the old, coming into new energy, leaving behind karmic energy and karmic patterns. And then that's before the full moon, but after the full moon, we see them with the sense of disappointment. And I believe the reason for that is that they're reflecting right now, and they're feeling disappointed in themselves for not honoring the Divine Feminine and not really being there for him or her. So they're disappointed in themselves is what I'm getting here. But this is going to lead them into further acknowledgement of what they need to do next on the journey and how they need to move forward to come into union with their Divine Feminine counterpart. So that energy is good. I'm going to pull one more as a clarification of where that energy is leading to. So I'm just splitting the deck and taking a card from the middle. Oh, wow, it's leading to victory, a Six of Wands. So they'll be disappointed for a while, the Divine Masculine, because they're completing this karmic cycle and maybe feeling lonely and then realizing what they lost, by maybe ignoring the Divine Feminine or not being there for him or her. And this is going to bring them into a realization that they can be victorious and they can reignite the passion within them, the spark for life and for the journey, and to move forward toward their beloved. Okay, let's look at their energy. By the way, this is the Sun and Moon Tarot by Vanessa deCort. And now we're going to look at the soul energy, 5D and above, and then the 3D, the mind and body and heart energy of the Divine Masculine. So first with the 5D, this is what their soul is kind of working on at this time, kindness, letting the Divine Masculine know that they are humanitarians, that they do have a divine purpose, and that is to love. So they are able to share that energy, that love with others, that, they were put on this planet for this purpose, and they're kind of waking up to that at this time and realizing that the twin flame journey has a special mission attached to it, and that they can be the full embodiment of that love if they connect with their beloved in the 3D. So in the 3D, wow, their mind and heart is questing to cooperate with their beloved. And it says here, in your quest to manifest the energy of love, you realize that every person and experience has value. So even though they might be leaving behind a karmic situation or person and disappointed because of that possibly ending or else things not working out in that situation, and then being afraid to move forward with their beloved, their twin, later realizing that they're going to be victorious, they realize that every person, even the karmic partner, even negative situations or situations that they thought were not positive and draining, are there for the experience, and that there's value in that experience. So the Divine Masculine is learning about themselves in this time period, and this is bringing them closer to union because they're opening up and realizing that kindness and cooperation are super important for connecting with anyone, let alone their twin. All right, we're going to look at the Divine Feminine. So this is recent past. So before the full moon, the Divine Feminine was pretty celebratory, feeling abundant, feeling that love that they have for their twin and for others, and sharing that love, if they're not with the twin, with other people. So being on your mission is one way to share your love with others if you're the Divine Feminine. And we see that full moon there. After the full moon, what we have here is the Ace of Swords. So integrity, standing in the divine feminine's truth, being that beacon of light for all to see and starting fresh, new beginnings, cutting away all the crap, the BS, and getting to the point. The point is that you are here if you're the divine feminine and the divine masculine, but the divine feminine's really stepping into their power, being authentic, and, you know, standing in their truth, and that's allowing them to shine like a beacon of light for their beloved to locate them. Where this energy is moving toward, it's moving toward, wow, King of Swords energy. So not being afraid to go for things that are important to the divine feminine, moving forward on the journey, creating out of that third energy that is there in between the twins, creating more manifestations, more love, more abundance. The energy is there to bring forth new innovations on the journey. So I say that because we have 3 birds here. So basically, like, whatever you're working on as your mission, know that the higher self of your beloved is helping you with that mission and contributing energy, even though you can't see it. So that is what I believe that card is about, and we're moving toward mission. So there's a lot of emphasis on mission lately. These are the divine feminine soul energy and then 3D energy. So the soul or higher dimensional energy of the divine feminine, or the higher self of the divine feminine, is pushing for detachment, releasing old patterns and ideas that no longer serve your highest ideals of love. So your higher self, if you're the divine feminine, is pushing you to detach and releasing these old subconscious patterns and ideas and mindsets that we have acquired throughout our life here on earth. So knowing that some of these ideas, patterns, and ways of being that were ingrained in us without our permission, really, we were born into them, and now we have a choice on whether to believe them and follow them or not. And this could be religion, this could be just the ways that the world operates, the like battle of the sexes, basically, like realizing that you don't have to participate in the old way, that we're here as twins to forge a new way of being. So detaching from the old. And the 3D energy is that the divine feminine needs to learn patience. I know many of you are tired of hearing that, but if you're able to let the universal energy of transformation move according to its own loving rhythm, you're going to see that it won't be that difficult for you to quote unquote wait for your twin, because you're not really waiting. You're working on yourself, and you're allowing the universe to bring your twin to you when the time is right for the both of you, when you both align. Okay, so what we have here in the center is the recent past for the union. 10 of Swords. So yeah, just feeling really tired. I know that so many twins have told me that they feel exhausted in these energies lately. And I know for myself, I was like pinned to my bed for 12, 13-hour time intervals in the last week. But after the moon, I feel like more energetic now. So hopefully you guys do as well. That also could mean an end to negative thinking patterns and realizing that your subconscious beliefs are what are driving you. So to release those as well, because those no longer serve us. What we have going on for the time now after the full moon is the judgment, Aeon judgment, more awakening. So both you and your beloved are awakening more because of the release of all these energies. It's allowing newer, lighter energies to come in and integrate within your being and allow you to understand things at a higher level. You're more conscious, you're super conscious. All right, so, or you're getting into a super conscious state. That's the goal. And where this energy is leading is, well, I picked up this card. Doesn't look too positive, but we have defeat, and I feel this is a defeat, and it's a 5, so it's a change. So it's a defeat of the old, I believe, and we're coming into a new, and that is for both twins in the union, realizing that we're going to defeat our enemy, if you will, which is the dark, which it is real, but if you are a being of love and light, you basically are a threat to anything that's not a good vibrational energy, or anything that's dark, negative energy or entity, or a threat. So I feel the twins are here to defeat that negativity, and negativity comes in the form of hatred, racism, bigotry, corruption, anything that sways from what the truth is. And the truth is that all humans are here, and we're basically the body that encapsulates an infinite soul. So basically, what we have is this human construct. It's not, it's an illusion. And the truth is that our souls live forever. So we are here to defeat any negativity and even beliefs against the infinity of the soul. Hope that makes sense. What we have here is the energies for the higher dimensional union. So you and your beloved are always together in the higher realms, because you are connected and you cannot be broken. It is just this physical realm where you might not choose to be with one another at this time for whatever reason. And that is your soul path and journey that you agreed upon. Now what we have here is virtue is what our souls, so our union wants us to, our 5D united front with divine masculine and feminine merged, wants us to acknowledge our loving spiritual attributes that are encouraging others to grow. And as twins, our mission is to be that light. And when we shine even brighter because we're with our beloveds, we are an example encouraging others to grow. So alone you can do that. Whether you're in physical union or not, you can do that. But one of the goals of being in physical union is to be an example of what love really is. Okay, and the 3D energy for the union is compassion. So demonstrating that the language of the heart is actively sharing and living love. So that's kind of what I was saying before. And being a twin means that you have, again, a special mission. And our mission is to spread unconditional love and truth and to help others awaken. And some of the things that twins have been working on to awaken others is different modalities of healing emotional and physical pain and trauma. So being healers, also being elucidators, illuminators, so readers, psychics, intuitives. Also, there's all these different things that are going on around the world that are not just. So exposing injustice, like exposing the problems with inequality of the sexes, exposing problems in the media, how they report things and don't tell us every truth, exposing, cover-ups, lies, secrets, getting the truth into the light. Abuse of any kind, abuse for the sake of profits, destruction of rainforests, and destruction of wild habitats. These are things that twins are working against. Twins want to pretty much save the planet, save Gaia, help Gaia, conserve energy. So there's like so many different things that twins, are working on. And that's how we actively share and live the love that we have inside. Okay, so we have a couple more messages. With this full moon, there's a message from your beloved's higher self to you coming from this Lover's Oracle card. And it says, friendship. So nurture the bonds of friendship within your relationship and your love life will dramatically improve. So I often have readings where someone will say, well, I don't want to be their friend, I want more. And I was like that too, even with my beloved. But it ended up the last time we talked that we said we're always going to be friends. And that's how we left it at. And I figure at this point I'm just going to, let him work out everything he needs to work out and come back to me when the time is right, because I used to be kind of the chaser, but in a way I thought I had to do that because I was already working on this channel, which he started with me, and I thought I needed him to do this mission. But it turns out that we both need this time apart, and throughout it all we have been friends because friends have expectations of one another, but if you're a true friend, you can go many years without talking to your friend, and when you do see them and talk to them, it's like there was no time that had passed. So you want to think of that as what you have with your twin, that you've been friends throughout eternity, and now on Earth, like, why would you push them away if they want to be friends with you? Friendship could lead to more. It doesn't mean that you lower your standards or break your boundaries. What it means is that you keep the communication lines open so that when the time is right for your romantic union, you can have it. I mean, I do believe that many twins are going to come into a romantic 3D union. And if you take the perspective of nurturing the bonds of friendship, that's going to bring that union about, because your twin will be able to trust you then, because friends talk and friends share. So don't shy away from friendship with your twin if that's what you have at this time. Okay, and we have two more cards here. We have the Kuan Yin Oracle and the Archangel Michael. Kuan Yin is our divine feminine energy, our higher light being that's guiding us, as well as Archangel Michael, who is the masculine energy, the protector of twin flames. So let's see what Kuan Yin's message is for us during this full moon. It's the Mother of Mercy card. Dispensations of mercy come when we are without recourse, ending a cycle of manipulation, unkindness, or unconsciousness. This spiritual assistance is offered to you now from a place of loving respect, kindness, and great spiritual power. Blessings to Kuan Yin, Mother of Mercy, who watches over us with attentive love and cares for our spiritual progress. So what this is telling me is that we're ending the cycles of manipulating our twin and they us. We're ending cycles of being unkind to ourselves and others. And we're ending the cycle of being unconscious, because part of our path is to open up and awaken and be more conscious. And just because you think you are conscious and that you are on this journey doesn't mean that your twin doesn't also have more knowledge and consciousness in certain areas. They may just not be acknowledging your union at this time, but they are waking up and becoming conscious as well. For example, one of my karmic partners, who's been a big distraction the last few months, he has basically hinted to me because, well, not really hinted in so many words, but it's interesting because a few years ago, I was really into researching the globalism movement. And now that's what he's talking about all the time. And I told him that I used to drive people nuts about it because I would talk about it so much. But it's like he is also waking up to that. And that was one of the reasons we're on the same wavelength. Doing whatever he's doing, learning from his karmic partners or whatever. I have no idea what he's doing. I believe he's single, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because every day I am moving closer and closer to union with God, union with myself, and once I'm in full alignment, I'll be in union with my beloved, and that's what I encourage each of you to focus on. And it does make it easier if you get a time frame from me or someone else. It does make it easier and helps to get guidance from others. Okay, so finally our last card, and after this, I'm going to send you a Reiki healing blessing, so stay tuned until the very end. The Archangel Michael, his message is God is in charge. And so our prayer is, Dear God, please help us let go of the situation, giving it in faith and trust to your divine wisdom and infinite love in order to resolve and heal everything and everyone involved. So the key here is that, we are humans. We don't really see everything. So leaving the final stages of our journey, like how our union is going to come together with our beloved, leaving that up to God is key. and just trusting that we will be with our beloveds when the time is right, and not trying to push things or manipulate things. So I've been sending you some Reiki healing for that, so that you can let go and let God, let go and let Source, let go and let Creator, bring the two of you, you and your beloved, into your perfect and harmonious twin flame union in all time, spaces, dimensions, frequencies, and realities, especially in this 3D that we can see. I wish that for you, and I send you many blessings of love, peace, joy, and illumination. So have a wonderful week or weekend. Namaste.